Hello. I want to talk to y'all about an ongoing problem in our nation today. Do you know what Phoebe Prince, John Carmichael, Jamie Rodmeyer, Eric Mohat, Kenneth Wiseman Jr., and Jessica Logan have in common? They have all committed suicide. The common cause of these deaths have all been linked to bullying by their peers. Carmichael was repeatedly stripped naked, tied, and dumped upside down in a trash can. He would also have his head dumped in a toilet and repeatedly flushed, all because he was small in stature. Phoebe Prince had cans thrown at her, name called, and harassed online, all because she dated a boy. Jessica Logan was relentlessly harassed by hundreds of girls because her ex-boyfriend decided to send nude photos of her over his phone. Also, did you know that 75% of school shootings have been linked to harassment and bullying? And also, 3.2 million students are victims to bullying every year. Through extensive research, I have become aware of this ongoing problem in our nation. Bullying, which is an epidemic in our nation, is a form of harassment and intimidating. It also has a devastating and lasting effect on the victim, and there are ways to stop and control it. First of all, I want to start by defining what bullying is and the different forms of bullying. The definition of bullying, as defined by Webster Dictionary, is intimidation of a weak person. Kimberly Burkhart goes a little further in her article in the Journal of Family and Child Studies. She defines it as a relationship-based form of aggression, which involves the use of humiliating, dominating, or oppressing others. There are 4 different types of bullying. According to Joseph Simplicio, who wrote Suck It Up, Walk It Off, and Be a Man, there are 4 major types of bullying. There is physical bullying, which involves intimidating. There is verbal bullying, which involves name calling. There is emotional bullying, which involves spreading rumors, and cyberbullying, which consists of sending messages or photos over the computer, phone, and social media. Now that we know what bullying is and the different types of bullying, I want to talk to you about how it affects individuals. Bullying affects individuals in different ways. According to StopBullying.gov, bullying is linked to many negative outcomes, including mental health, substance abuse, and suicide. Kimberly Burkhart also states that it can have emotional and behavioral damages. There can also be academic problems and increased involvement in delinquent activities. From the story I told you in the beginning about the children who committed suicide, Lisa Darby stated in her article, Direct Bullying, that only one case, Phoebe's case, resulted in punishment to the ones that had tormented her. Which leads me to my next main point. Bullying can be stopped, but we need to know who is responsible for it. The Obama administration has drawn awareness to this issue. In 2011, all states except for 3, South Dakota, Montana, and Michigan, passed anti-bullying laws. They are holding bullies accountable for what they are doing, punishable by law according to the act they commit. The Office of Civil Rights stepped it up a little bit. They require schools to investigate the bullying. If they do not investigate it, then they are held reliable and responsible and can be brought up on federal charges and even have lawsuits against them. Some people do not believe that bullies should be held accountable. They believe the parents or the school system should be held accountable for what they are doing. In summary, I've defined what bullying is and the types of bullying. I have also talked about what effects bullying has on the victim, and I've also stated ways that it can be stopped and who is responsible for it. I hope I was able to enlighten you on bullying. Are there any questions?